Welcome to the AFC Championship. And I got the zoomed in just a little too close. Anyways, we got the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's take a look at this. Okay, we're going to go look at the history of these two teams. Season 1, the Buffalo Bills. By the way, Season 1 was Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES. Buffalo Bills had to finish with a 14-2 record. See, clinching their division. The Seattle Seahawks finished in 4th place with an 8-8 record, so the Seahawks didn't make the playoffs, but the Buffalo Bills had bye in round 1, and they got beat by the Oakland Raiders in round 2. Next season, Buffalo Bills won the division once again, 12-4 record. Seattle Seahawks came in 4th place again, didn't make the playoffs, so this time in the playoff, Buffalo Bills had a bye once again in round 1, and they crushed the Chargers in round 2, 51-0. Beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship 20-14, so this is Buffalo's second time in the AFC Championship. Super Bowl, Buffalo beat the Dallas 24-0, so the Buffalo Bills have a Super Bowl. And Season 2, which was Tecmo Super Bowl on the Super NES. Our third season, Tecmo Super Bowl 2 Special Edition, Buffalo Bills won the division once again, 12-4 record. This time the Seattle Seahawks won the division 11-5, so we had two teams, the second and third seed teams in the playoffs. And as you can see, the Seahawks got beaten in round 1 by the Chiefs. Bills had a bye in round 1, but they got beaten in round 2 by the Denver Broncos, 21-16. So both teams were division champions. Ended up getting beat by wildcard teams. And by the way, there's the Super Bowl for Season 3. Me as the Green Bay Packers beat the Denver Broncos, so take a look at this season. The Buffalo Bills had a wild card spot this season, 10-6 record. Seattle also a wild card, 9-7 record, so pretty close records. And once again, we're going to take a look at the playoffs. The Seattle Seahawks had, I can't remember what seed they had, but anyways, go back and look at it again. Okay, New England was the 1st seed, Oakland was the 2nd seed, Houston was 3rd seed, Buffalo was 4th seed, the Colts were 5th, the Seahawks were the 6th seed team. Yeah, so we got the 4th seed and the 6th seed team here in the Conference Championship. Buffalo beat the Colts in round 1, 24-10. Round 1, Seahawks beat Houston Oilers 35-13. Round 2, the Bills won 24-20. Seahawks won 42-23, and here we are in the Conference Championship. Computer versus computer. So I'll just sit back and enjoy the show. And we are playing in Seattle, so 6th seed team gets home field advantage. That's just the way the game is, though. planning on doing this game Sunday. Never got around to it though. See, I couldn't do any. I actually didn't do any games over the weekend at all. Saturday I went out of town to visit my son, and well, it's a 3-hour drive. I headed down there Saturday, spent the night, stayed at the hotel, and came back on Sunday. And really didn't have time to do any games by the time I got home. And yesterday I didn't get to do any games. Well, I didn't get to do any of this game or the hockey game. I decided to do another full upload of a Bobo's Big Adventure. I just felt that my last uploads were incomplete of Bobo's Big Adventure. So the first full upload I did, I only got as far as, like, I can't remember how far I got, but I didn't get very far at all. Second upload I did, I split it up into parts, and I was able to get to the final boss stage, but I couldn't beat him. And in the third upload I did, I was able to beat the final boss, Little Mac, but I just got lucky in that video. So I finally figured out the strategy, got good enough, so I figured I went and deleted my third upload and recorded my fourth upload, which is now my third upload since I deleted the original third one. Because this way I can actually explain the strategy of how to beat Little Mac. By the way, the secret, if you don't know, I think I pretty much explained it pretty well in the game. But you want to let Little Mac swing at you and dodge it. And as soon as he dodges it, you want to do a straight jab punch and it'll stun him. Then you can start uppercutting him and do a lot of damage. Pretty good pickup on yards. So in the regular season, we've seen the Seahawks. In Week 8, they beat the San Diego Chargers in overtime, 31-28. And we've seen the Bills play Week 17 against Houston, and the Bills won 24-14. So we've seen both these teams win in regular season. We've seen them both win in round 1. We've seen them both win in round 2. But only one of these teams are going to win this game. And both of them look like they have a pretty tough defense this game. Touchdown. Buffalo with the lead. So if Buffalo wins this game, it'll be their second Super Bowl out of the full seasons that I've done on my channel. The fourth and final season, as far as I know, because I did all the Tecmo games except for the original Tecmo on NES because that didn't have a playoff setup like the rest of the games. It was kind of, it was the first Tecmo game, was kind of, the idea was kind of primitive. They didn't have like divisions in that game where you could be like in first place or second in your division or anything. And that's the end of the first quarter. Pretty big pickup for Seattle. Oh, and a drop. I have to admit I'm cheering for Buffalo. I've always kind of liked the Bills. I can't believe back in the 90s they made it to 4 Super Bowls in a row and got beaten all 4 of them. Got beat by Dallas twice, I think. Pretty sure they got beat by the Giants once. I'm not sure who beat them the other time. Might have been the Redskins, Washington Redskins, but I can't remember. Maybe I'll look up those stats before the next game so I can fill in the details. Okay, now that kick should not have made it. Oh, it didn't. See, now why can't he run that? Kick was blocked, his own player picked it up. Why can't he take off running with it? Seattle's going to tie it up. Brian Blades. You know, I remember Brian Blades' name, but I always thought he was that player that had the flat top, blonde flat top. According to the picture they showed right there, he was a black guy. I could have swore Brian Blades was the white guy with the blonde flat top. Must be another Brian I'm thinking of. Played in the NFL back in the 90s. Pretty good return. Or run, I should say. I don't know why I thought he was returning it. You know, I kind of wonder. I don't know if the player Dennis Byrd that broke his neck in the NFL played for the New York Jets. They actually made a movie about it called Rise and Walk the Dennis Byrd Story. It's a true story about this player Dennis Byrd for the Jets. Back in the 90s, he broke his neck and he was paralyzed from, like, I think it was the chest down. He ended up getting feeling back in his legs and was able to walk. I wonder if he's in any of these Tecmo games. And Buffalo with a touchdown. RB Bills, American player. I'm trying to get the screen zoomed in just right, but it always seems to be off just slightly. That looks about perfect. Bo Jackson's another player who got injured in football and never returned. He was actually in the first 2 games, I believe. Sterling Sharp's another one. Sterling was with the Packers. Bo Jackson was with the Raiders. That's halftime. You know what's cool about Bo Jackson is I actually did a full season of Tecmo Super Bowl. I think it's Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES. I believe he was in. I was in 19, I'm not sure. Anyways, if he was in that game, it's pretty cool that he was in that game, and I also did a full season of MLBPA where he played baseball with the White Sox, so that'd be 2 games on my, 2 different games on my channel that he's in. There's also a 3rd game that's I don't have on my channel yet, but Bo Jackson's baseball. It's another game I have to get, but anyways, just look at the halftime stats. Seattle's rushing yards -1, Buffalo's got 82. Seattle's outpassing the Bills 122 to 102. Total yards, Bills lead 184 to 121. Bills are leading in first down 65. Seattle leads in sacks 2-0. Buffalo leads in fumble force 1-0, and they lead on time of attack 506 to 454. And Buffalo's winning 14-7. Time for the second half. We're going to have time for this one game tonight, besides the hockey game that I just finished. See, I believe if that was player RB Bills, a generic player, was who replaced Thurman Thomas on the roster. I don't know if maybe Thurman Thomas, maybe he got traded or released, or maybe they didn't sign him yet or something. But for some reason, this game didn't have him on the roster. They gave him his number though, and it seemed to give him the same abilities that Thurman Thomas had. Or maybe they just didn't have permission to use his name. That was a fail. That looks way too low. No? It's good. It was close though, it still hit the post. I gotta say, the one thing I do like about the older games before this is the cutscenes, like where you pass the ball and it shows a close up of the quarterback passing it. Stuff like that. That was always kind of cool. So today's actually Tuesday. I should have time to do the NFC Championship Wednesday. And maybe the hockey game Thursday and the Super Bowl on Friday. Actually, I think there's 2 hockey games before the Super Bowl. So we might save the Super Bowl for Saturday. Another generic player, defensive end Bills. Oh! It's gotta ruin your day for a Seattle fan. So close to tying it up and they lose it. Or oh, no, I guess I wouldn't tie it up. Forgot about that Buffalo field goal. That'd be kind of cool if Buffalo wins this game, and the Packers, if I can win the next game as the Packers. The Bills won Super Bowl II, the Packers won Super Bowl III, and here they're both in Super Bowl IV. It'd be pretty cool. not seen me lose a game yet this season. That was a close one though against Dallas in the regular season. Beating 49 to 48. You never know when something freaky is going to happen. My quarterback can get injured. Any one of my good players. There's another generic player, Seahawks. Okay, they kick that over his head and he takes off running. Why would he run if he doesn't have the ball? Three Buffalo players right there. They almost sacked. Look at the quarterbacks wrestling with nobody. They almost sacked him again. Maybe he wasn't wrestling, maybe he was just dancing. Buffalo should be able to put it away here. Two guys wide open. The two guys in the end zone wide open, and he throws it to the tight end. Okay, let's dive short of the goal line. Stupid doesn't earn you a Super Bowl ring. Okay, that was stupid. His running back was wide open, could have screen passed to him. Tight end. Why did they do that? They're just full of common sense fail. Now, he should not have caught that. That was pure luck there. He had a bunch of guys all around him. Steve Christie. I think he's been with Buffalo for quite a long time. Back in them days. Seattle been fumbling quite a bit. Buffalo recovers every one of them. Is that their third or fourth? Whoa. He's just booking right past everyone. They're going to run that score up. Think of a bunch of games to get. I actually bought a new computer the other day when I was out of town. I was at the hotel and I was kind of bored. I didn't take my computer with me, my laptop, because the screen's broken and I wasn't sure if the hotel room's TV would have an HDMI port, so I figured I'm not even going to bother. And I got there and I realized how boring it was without a computer, so I went and bought one for like 400 and some bucks. But it's like, now I don't really want to use it, because I got like all this information stored in the computer here at home. You know, like all my stats from my previous video games. Like pretty much just anything I save is all on this computer, so it's like I just don't want to disconnect this computer and hook the other one up. There's really not much room to put two computers up at once. So I might just use the other one for when I go on trips or something. Yeah, that's like 5 times now Seattle fumbled. At least. One thing I want to do, could do with that other computer is get the emulator downloaded in there and use it strictly for video games. I might go ahead and if I get the emulator, I can get unlimited games, play any game I want. And I don't know if the computer's big enough, fast enough, because I don't understand anything about gigabytes, megabytes, and stuff like that. So I'd have an expert check that out for me. That's game. So we see the Buffalo Bills led in rushing yards, 193 to 25. Seattle led in passing yards, 173 to 134. Buffalo led in total yards, 327 to 198. Led in first downs, 11 to 9. Led in sacks, 4 to 3. Led in fumble force, 5-0. The only thing Seattle led on was time of attack, 10-18 to 9-42. The important thing is the score. Buffalo wins 31 to 7. They're going to the Super Bowl. The second time. 61% for Jim Kelly. 34 yards. Meyer, not sure how his name's pronounced. 47% with 173 yards. So that was the AFC Championship. Hope you enjoyed it. Next video we're going to see NFC Championship. Green Bay Packers against Carolina Panthers. Take a look at the standings for them. Packers finished 14-2 record, first seed. Atlanta had the second seed, 12-4. Dallas had the third seed. Washington had 4th seed. Carolina had the 5th seed, and St. Louis had 6th. So look at all these teams in the playoffs. We got 4th, 5th, and 6th seed teams in the conference championship. Packers the only division champion that made it to the conference championship. So I should have no problems beating Carolina. When you see the Packers record 14-2, 2 of those games they lost, I did not play. The computer played those auto skip. So some of the victories too were also because of the computer, but I played a total of 9 games, I believe. Oh no, I did a total of 11 regular season games, so out of those 14 victories, 11 of those were mine. The other 3 were done by the computer. Both losses were done by the computer, so anyway, I shouldn't have any problems beating Carolina in the NFC Championship, and then once I do that, go to the Super Bowl against Buffalo. So as you can see, I had a bye in round 1. Carolina beat the Washington Redskins 21-14. Round 2, I beat Dallas 42-20. Carolina beat Atlanta 7-3. NFC Championship coming up in the next video. Well, I hope you're enjoying the game, and I'll see you in, hopefully, yeah, that game was in Seattle, so this game should be in Green Bay. I'm pretty sure it goes like close to the middle line there. So if the team furthest from the center line has home field advantage in the AFC, that should be the same way for the team on the right. So like the Bills, okay, the Colts and Houston both had home field advantage in round 1. They're the 2 teams closest to the center. See that center of the red and blue? Dallas and Carolina also had home field advantage, and those 2 are towards the center, so it doesn't always necessarily go left or right. It depends on whether you're closer or further from the border, that center border line. Round 2. Come to think about it, looks like it's the same way in every... Whoever's closest to that center gets home field advantage. Round 1, the Colts and Oilers had home field advantage. Cowboys and Panthers had home field advantage. Wait a minute, round 2. Okay, so I guess no, it's not correct. Round 2, Buffalo had home field advantage over Oakland, and Carolina had home field advantage over Atlanta, which shouldn't have been. I mean, see, round 1, the Bills should have had home field advantage over the Colts, because the Bills were in 2nd, Colts were in 3rd in their division, but the Colts got it. Round 2 was the opposite. Buffalo was the wildcard team, Oakland was a division champion, so Oakland should have had the home field advantage, but Buffalo got it. Same thing in the NFC. Carolina had home field advantage over Washington when Washington should have had it. Same thing in round 2. Atlanta was division champion. Carolina was the 5th seed team. Carolina got home field advantage when Atlanta should have got it. So in round 2, the 2 outside games, the team on the outside, say like Buffalo's on the outside of them and the Raiders, Carolina's on the outside of them and the Raiders, those 2 teams got home field advantage, but the other 2 games, Seattle at New England, Dallas and Green Bay, those 2 teams closest to the middle got home field advantage. New England and Green Bay. And that's the way it should have been for those 2. Up here in the AFC, Seattle got home field advantage over Buffalo. They should not have. I'll be getting home field advantage against Carolina, and I should get that, so Yeah, it's pretty messed up the way they do home field advantage in the playoffs in this game, but 16-bit was kind of limited. So, anyway, hope I didn't do more confusing than clearing things up for people with that, but hope you're enjoying the playoffs, and I'll see you in the NFC Championship.